Good morning, Rajans. Grade 11, May 3, 2024. So this is the another video lecture as your guide for the lessons in discipline and ideas in applied social sciences. So right now we'll be discussing the clientele and audiences in communication. Last time we have practitioner and professionals in communication. So right now focusing on the clientele and audiences in communications, specifically the characteristics and needs of various types of clientele and audiences. Ready? Okay. For our lesson, Communication 103, Clientele and Audiences, I think this is lesson number 6, Characteristics and Needs of Various Types of Clientele and Audiences. So our learning competencies, we are going to describe the audience and clientele in communications. Kumbaga, sila yung nakikinig, sila yung nanonood, at sila yung kinakausap ng mga communicator. No? We're going to distinguish the needs of an individual, groups, organization, and communities. Okay? Let's review first. No? Let's have a review first from the past lesson. All you have to do is to tell whether if the statement is true or false. No? Number one, journalism serves as a dependent monitor of power and support on one side only. So I highlight some of the words no in this statement. So para magkaroon tayo ng focus doon sa pinag-uusapan about this statement. So number one, is it on one side only? Of course, it's false, di ba? Power and support on all sides, no? Basically, wala silang pinapanigan, no, yung journalism. Number two, journalism's loyalty is to the government. Is it true or false? Of course, false, no? Yung loyalty niya is on the interest. To whom? People's interest, no? The interest of truthfulness. Yun yung loyalty. Okay? Not only on the government, no? Okay? Number three, journalists are accountable to their reader, viewers, listener, and to each other. Yes, it is. They are, no? They are accountable for the readers, viewers, and listeners. So, lahat ng kanilang sinasabi, based on their works, statement made, written stories, eh, kailangan, ano siya, no? May accountability. Number four, ethical journalists treat subject, sources, and colleagues as human beings deserving respect. So this statement is very positive. So that is true. So the journalist treating the people, subject, sources, and giving out respect to them. Next, number five is seeking of truth in exchange of money is one of the standards of a professional journalist. Parang may mali, no? In exchange of money. So obviously, it is false, no? Uh, the, the, the one principles of the professional journalist is telling the truth, seeking the truth without an exchanges of any favor or money. Okay, that is the principle. Number six, one of the obligation of journalism is to keep citizens informed about government and society. What do you think? True or false? Yes, true, no? One of the obligations. Number seven, journalists should not value, doon palang mali na, no? Should not value feelings and attitude when communicating. So obviously it's false, no? Not value. Number eight, in communicating, one should communicate over confidence and superiority. Okay na yun, no? May word lang na superiority. No? So that is basically false. Number nine, journalists should respect or should have a respect for privacy. That is very obvious. No? Number 10, one of the principles of journalism is truthfulness to information. And that is very positive. Okay? So for our topic, the characteristics of clientele and audiences of communication. Basically, all people are clientele and audience in communications. Kasi sa communication, we are either the speaker or the receiver of the information. So kapag receiver ka ng information, you are a clientele or an audience in a communications. However, communication can only be effective when communicators take into consideration the characteristics of intended clientele and audience. What do we mean by this? No, of course, when someone talks, no, based on the audience that he is speaking to, ano yung kanyang sinasabi, no? What are the things that this communicator uh, getting into, no? Para ano yung sasabi? Kasi, of course, nagsasalita tayo to make it short, nagsasalita tayo or nakikipag-usap tayo based dun, din sa kausap or based dun in this communication lesson based dun sa pangangailangan ng kinakausap. Okay? So to give you an example of this, I'll be showing you some pictures, no? Then the discipline of communication is also called communicology. Communicology. It is a scholarly and academic study of how people create and use messages to affect the social environment. What do you mean by creating and using the messages? So ano yung pattern of languages, the composition of the communications, or the knowledge being transferred? Yun yung mga ano, no? Pag sinabing communicology kasi, ito yung scholarly and academic study. And how this communicator affects the people na kinakausap niya. No? What do you mean by affecting the social environment? Meaning, ito yung ano, nakakapag-impluensya ba siya, nakakapag-induce ba siya ng attitude, or nakaka-encourage ba yung kanyang mga sinasabi, o nakakapag giving them favors ba and attention. Okay? So yun yung communicology. Like in this communication, no, there is a barangay assembly. So ano yung kinakaharap ng chairman? Sino yung kausap? Paano sila makipag-usap? Ano yung pinag-uusapan? Yun. Yung hinahanap natin yung needs ng mga audience and the clientele in the communications. Hindi naman sila mag-uusap dito ng entertainment or ano, chismis sa pelikula, no? Kundi the interest of the barangay. That's the point, no? That's the point of communication. Yung needs of the audience. Hindi naman makikipag-usap yan kung kwentuhan lang o kaya ano, no? Sa napanood nilang pelikula. So the conversation will land on the interest of the barangay and its constituents. Okay? Same thing here, no? The school, no? Specifically when the teacher facing minors, no? Alam ba, kindergarten, paano siya makipag-usap? Ano yung pinag-uusapan inside the classroom? Diba? It's all lesson, it's all valuing, so ganun siya. No? At saka yung level of communication by the teacher is levels with the kindergarten. Hindi naman yung mga salita niyang gagamitin ay matataas, matatalas, at saka ano, highfalutin. So, level lang din dun sa age ng kinakausap. Yun sinasabi ko, needs of the audience in communication. Well, there is a different talk, no? With, kapag ikaw ay nasa military, no? May mga codes pa silang sinasabi dyan. At saka, for example, they are not called protocol nila. They are not called with their names. Ano? Surname ang ano, no? Kausap. At saka meron silang mga, see, ano yung pinag-uusapan? Ano yung yung settings, no, ng communications. Nag-iiba-iba kasi to, no, kino-consider ito in a different perspective and aspects. Di ba? Kung talagang formal ang communication, there is a formal communication. Pero kung nag-uusap lang tayo sa tindahan sa kanto, di ba? Iba 'yon. So there yung needs at saka yung interest of the communications. Okay? The characteristics like the following are worth considering. Number one, social position. One may be president or leader, middle manager, a colleague, or co-equal, or a subordinate in an organization of community. For example, President Marcos, no, Jr., talking to, I think this is the State of the Nation address. No? Paano siya nakikipag-usap? Ano yung kanyang content ang sinasabi? No? Kapag ito ay State of the Nation address, eh, tungkol doon sa no, sa kanyang mga achievements, sa kanyang mga plans, sa Philippine, sa kanyang mga subjects, sa Filipino people. Okay? Base doon sa position. Okay? The social positions dictates how one gets communicated to and how that communication has to be crafted, packaged, contained, and delivered. So maybe if you're not a president or just a leader of the classroom, ganun din ang usapan din siya. Okay, based on your social position. Next is based on the educational level. No? Kung ang professor sa university ay paano makipag-usap sa mga university students, kailangan level lang din sa kanilang mga educations. If they're talking about lessons, theories, or anything like this, no, may suggest the reading skills and healthy literacy and the ability to engage with more complex topics based on their understanding, based on their levels, specifically education levels. Okay? Sometimes it's if we are talking in the university or maybe in the classroom, Englishan yan. English ang mga pag-uusap niya. Okay? Next, age range, no? Tutuloy kanina yung teacher talking to the kindergarten. Ano yung level ng kanyang pakikipag-usap? Level ba ng university? So mababa siya para nakakaabot yung level of their communications. Age range. Same thing kapag matanda naman yung kausap, di ba? Or matanda tapos yung kanyang education level ay mataas. So iba rin siya. Okay? Kung kaidaran mo, barkada mo, paano kayo nakikipag-usap? Siguro hindi naman formalan yun. Ano? Next, the race and ethnicity, of course, reflecting the demographics of the intended audience. Talking about your the race and ethnicity, and of course, in relevant to the race and ethnicity, yung the primary range, no? What are the language used in communications? Siyempre, if you're talking to a particular ethnicity, kailangan you have to use the mother language. I mean, the mother tongue, no? Mother tongue language. Para magkaroon ng higit na pagkakaunawaan. If the language is different from one used by the target audience, there is a need to translate the communication materials into the primary language. So meron din palang ways to bridge understanding with the communicator and the recipient. Okay? Primary language. Like this, maybe this is a datu or a leader, tribe leader. So ano yung pinag-uusapan? Ano yung mga needs ng mga audience? So ano yung content na kanilang pinag-uusapan? Ano yung kanilang understanding? Okay? Sometimes, pag minsan may tumayo tapos hindi appropriate yung behavior, the use of language, medyo magkakaroon ng ano yun. Hindi masyado magkakaintindihan. Health status. Paano ka nakikipag-usap? No? Halimbawa, yung people with certain health conditions tend to be more informed healthcare consumers with a greater awareness of their issues. Kung kakausapin mo din about the health issues, siguro terminal na, alam ng doktor yan kung paano sinasabi dyan. Hindi naman sinasabing, 3 oras na lang, no? Paktay ka, hindi naman ganun siya, no? So, meron siyang mga ways and the protocols in the use of language regarding the health issues of the patient. Okay? O kaya meron ding security issues, no? Sa airport, hindi ka pwede magbiro dyan ng may bomba kang dala. Hindi pwede, no? Ano yan? Siseryosohin ka nila dyan. Or in any circumstances na hindi appropriate yung mga words. Okay? Not only the health status or the security status. Talking to your parents, hindi ka, not unless ang parents mo talaga ay nakakaabot dun sa language na ginagamit nyo. Next is the job type. Like in this picture, no? May pinag-uusapan nila rito. Maybe this is the orientations or the workshop or their job duties, job renderings. Ayan. Okay? Take note. To know the audience who is talking to, one must assess the fundamental background, like the awareness or the knowledge of the audience of the idea to be represented. Kung ako kakausapin mo, or kung ako kakausap sa'yo, alamin ko kung ano yung magiging background ng ating talks. So, ano yung awareness of your knowledge. No? If you are talking about, alam mo, about your grades, so doon ang level ng usapan. Okay? You don't know what the background of the one, like the communicator talking to, di alam, aalamin mo yun, basically. Hindi agad ka magbibitaw ng mga salita or to start with conversations. Why do we have avoid that? Well, kailangan yung landing ng inyong yung pag-land ng inyong mga communications ay appropriate siya. Hindi ka agad magbibiro ng in some way yung mga biro mo ay medyo foul o kaya hindi na magets, hindi na naintindihan. So kailangan knowing the background and the awareness of the capacity, no, of the between communicators and the receiver of the informations. Okay? Now, the individual's audience. No? Individual tends to communicate as a natural way of doing socials. What do you mean by socials? Tagalog, ito yung pakipag-ugnayan, pakikipag-niig, pakikipag-usap, pakipagtalakayan, pakikipagpalagayan ng loob, ay mga tinatawag na socials. Whether it is intrapersonal, interpersonal, or mass communication, and by its purpose, ano yung purpose? Number one is to inform or to be informed. Pag nakipag-usap ka, meron kang binibigay na information sa kanila at saka kung ikaw naman ay i-receive ng information, meron kang matututunan doon sa inyong conversations. Number two, to bring guidance from conversations. Halimbawa, sa seminars, sa orientations, ayan. Itong mga gagawin nyo bago ka punta ka ng abroad, meron mo ng orientation yan kung ano yung magiging behavior mo sa abroad. Hindi pwedeng sasalya ka na lang dyan. Number two, to have an identity or be a part of the society or a group. Diba? Para may pagkakakilanlan kung nakikipag-usap. And number four, this is added, no? For we talk, communicating in a natural way, doing socials, because we have to survive. Paano yung survive? Kasi kung if you're going to alienate yourself or isolate yourself, not talking to anybody, danger yun. There is a risk na baka hindi ka nakausapin o kaya hindi ka ma-isolate mo yung sarili mo dun sa circles of communications, mahirap yun. Ano? Dapat that as an individuals, we usually talk or converse with the other person. We tend to communicate because we are socials. Diba? We are not just human being, we are also social being. Diba? What do you mean by that? Social being. Di ka, hindi ka pwedeng mabuhay na mag-isa ka, no? Or a person na gustong, ay, ayoko dapat doon ka sa bundok, no? Wala ka kausap. Pero we are social being, kailangan nakikipag-usap ka, nakikipag-diig ka, nakikipagpalagayan ka ng loob. That's the point. And that is the point of survival. Groups and organization as an audience, no, by its purpose, of course, same thing, to inform. What can you do for them? Ano pa bang magagawa? Ano ba, nakipag-usap pa sa isang organization? Ano po ba? Ano bang interest ko sa inyo? Ano bang mangyayari sa atin? Ano bang maitutulong ko? Ano bang magagawa natin? So, natin lahat yan. Because you're talking to a groups or the organizations. Or if you are giving advice or recommendations to the organization or to a group, o ayan siya. Or vice versa. Ano yung matututunan mo doon sa speaker? Ano yung maibibigay na advice ng speaker sa'yo? Of course, to build understanding. How is that? Understanding, like in the rehabilitation. Kapag sinabi lang ng, alam ba, this is a, hindi ito spoken, no, communication, kundi through signs, no? No smoking, no vaping, no e-cigarettes. Alam mo na agad yan na hindi lang pinagbabawal ang no smoking and no vaping. Ano pa? Siyempre, para maligtas din sa usok, no? Yung katabi mo. Hindi lang yung pakialam sa'yo. Ano pakialam mo kung mag-yossi? Hindi ganun yun. No? Pinagbabawal ang yossi kasi may usok siya. Di ba? Naintindihan mo yan, ha? Hindi ka lang basta mag-smoke doon sa harap ng tao, lalong-lalo na ang mga tao ay mga non-smoker. O, nakakairita, no? Yung amoy, no? Alam ko agad kung merong lagi smoke sa paligid ko. And then I tend to, no? Shy away with the ano with that smokers kasi yung the point of second hand smokes, di ba? Kaya yan. So hindi lang siya papel na naka-post, hindi may mga sinasabi din siya, may understanding nga. So, the other picture is the rehabilitation. Hindi lang kinakausap ang mga believed prisoners, kundi nagkakaroon din ng rehabilitation process. Okay? Kung sinabi ng tatay mo sa'yo, mag-aaral lang mabuti, hindi lang yung as in yung mag-aaral ka lang mabuti. Sabihin, sinasabi yun kasi may gustong mangyari pagdating ng paglaki mo o kaya pag-graduate mo naman. Okay? So yun yun. Okay? But basically, in this picture, groups and organizations. Okay? Groups and organizations audience. Another thing, by its purpose, to resolve conflict. No? Ito sa barangay, nag-uusap sila no, dahil sa utang between uh, Marites 1 and Marites 2. No? Okay, pakikipag-chismisan. Ano? We talk and then we communicate to be able to resolve conflict. Actually, yan ang pinakamabisang no, pinakamabisang way to avoid and to resolve conflict. Yung gera sa Russia and no, Ukraine. Usap lang yan. Talagang matataas lang muna kasi ang mga ego yan. Kaya kapag nag-usap yan, matataas din ang kanilang mga okay? Um, walang hindi ma-resolve kung nag-uusap. Sa barangay, ang dami niyan, ano? Kaya pinag-uusap ni chairman niya. What else? By its purpose, to present an idea. Di ba, in a meeting, gusto mo magsabi ng, ito yung plano ko eh. Ito yung gusto kong mangyari. Or meron akong suggestion that you think that it is the best solution or idea. You can share it. Di ba? Di ba, kung meron kang gustong sabihin, na sa tingin mo makakapagbabago ng sistema or nakakapagbabago ng ways of doing things, share it through communications. Kainin mo i-share yan in any groups or in any organizations. Next, number 4, next is number 5 pala, no? To lower barriers between groups and individuals. Discrimination, ayan, nagyakapan sila, oh. Nagkakaunawaan sila. Nawala yung pagkakahati-hati ng interest, uh, kanilang perspectives, at lahat sila ay nagkaroon ng unity, no? That's why they group hug. Okay? Lalong-lalo yung prejudice and discriminations, looking at others' differences, wala na eh. Kasi they talk. Okay? In the groups and organizations. Next, community as audience. O basically, no, hindi lang nakikipag-usap yung dalawa. Kumustahan pa yan, ano? At saka sharing of experiences o ano pa, in a community. Hindi lang nag-uusap, ano? Kapitbahay mo lang nang hiram lang siya ng asukal sa'yo, eh, malaking tulong na yun. Ibig sabihin, merong opportunity in the community as an audience na nakakapagbigay ng tulong. Okay? Tulad ng ginawa niyo sa ano, that is a community as ano, ano ba yung ginawa niyo? Yung ano, social work, no? Social work. O, ayan lang. Hindi ka lang nagbibigay, may sinasabi ka, no? At na-receive ng audience yan. Ay, salamat, nabigyan mo kasi kailangan namin. Kaya ka rin naman namang ibigay kasi may nangangailangan. See? Community as other. Yung pangatong picture, ayan, mahirap na yan, ano? Pag nagtipon-tipon ng mga ano, no? Ayan na. Pero that is a part of communication. Eh. Actually, they are called as ano, eh, the human CCTV. No? Okay? So pag nagtanong ka ng mga istorya dyan, alam na nila yan. That's part of the communications no, in community. Okay? So the clientele and audience discrimination are actually in 3 parts for the individuals, the groups and organization, and of course for the community. That's our lesson. The assessment, you're going to answer the following questions given in the Google Forms, but the Google Forms not yet posted. It will be posted next. So abang-abang lang sa assessment. Actually, assessment ng professionals and practitioners in communication at saka ito, clientele and audience in communications. Ipopost ko yan sa GC, abang-abang yan. Part of the written works. Okay? Before I close this, kumustahin ko lang yung mga performance task. Malapit na ang dulo ng ano natin, anong dulo ng semester. Kailangan ma-accomplish nyo na yung mga kulang at saka yung filling in on those items na wala ka. Unless hindi valid yung ano mo. Sir, wala akong quiz eh kasi ano, makit ulo ko eh. Parang hindi kita naintindihan. No? Although we communicate, no? Parang ganun. Anyway, kamustahan lang yon with your grades and of course with your submissions. So thank you for listening and kinakailangan maging shorts lang ito para hindi masabi. Okay? You can save it and you can have this as your reference kapag nagkaroon na tayo ng final examinations. Thank you for listening and good day.